Good afternoon, Mr.
Good afternoon.
Viveros. I want to start off by discussing your retirement. That who was in charge? Who was your direct supervisor when you were still on this case?
Eric McCraw.
Okay. And isn't it true that you were removed from this case?
That's not true.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that, sure.
So you, two other agents didn't take over for you, having with Mr. McGraw pulling you off the case and putting two new agents on?
Okay, that didn't happen.
Okay, well, please tell me what happened.
Well, I was not taken off the case. Eric and I locked horns a couple times, mainly about the timeline of Clint and what happened that morning. And I'm thinking, Eric, you just got here. We're arguing about the timeline. Myself and Brent Booth came up with that timeline, working with Clint and using his phone by seeing the phone calls.
Hey, so I really want to focus on,
And-
like, so you, when you were removed from the case, who made that
I was
decision?
not removed from the case.
Okay.
You say that I am. This is news to me.
How did you depart this case?
I retired.
Okay. You didn't retire in the face of being taken off the case?
No.
But ultimately, you left the case and two other FBI agents took your place.
Well, I don't know what other two. I know Steve Champagne. I remember Eric McCraw saying, hey, Art, I'm going to ask Eric McCraw to help you out with this case, and he can handle some of the electronic stuff.
You've already testified this on direct, that you appeared during the trial of this case and testified for the defense.
Yes.
Prior to testifying for the defense, did the defense team reach out to you and ask you questions about your time as an FBI agent?
You mean on the stand?
No, prior to being on the stand. Prior to trial.
They didn't say anything to me.
Okay, they didn't send an investigator to talk to you?
No.
In your to letter, it states that you worked to on the verifying the alibis of the defendants here in this matter, Mr. Zach Adams, Shane Austin at one point, Dylan Adams, and Jason Autry.
Say that again now.
Did you clear or verify the alibis for Mr. Adams, Dylan Adams,
Okay.
Shane Austin?
I did talk
Jason
to.
Autry?
I did interview Dylan. Sit in my bureau car in the driveway of their house, and we were just wrapping up the interview, and here comes Zach driving up, and he gets out of the truck and sees me there talking to Dylan, and he's using profanity, and I said, that's all right, we're done. You're Zach, right? Okay, that's fine, Zach. I just talked to your brother, and we're fine. I'm going to leave. He got out of the car. We were right there in the driveway in front of the house, and that was it. That was my first contact with Zach, and that's my only contact with any one of those, Zach, Dylan, or Jason Autry, or Shane Austin.
So you were not responsible in your duties of FBI agent to go and to verify their alibis for the date of Holly Bobo's disappearance?
No. Terry Dykes asked me to go talk to Dylan, so I did. That was in December, and so that was it. The other ones, I had never talked to them. I didn't know who they were, actually. They weren't on my radar.
They weren't on your radar?
No.
Okay. And so it's your testimony that their names had not come up in the course of your investigation?
It seems like that somebody might have said that there's these drug guys that might be involved in this stuff. They're always into things, and it seems like it, but I didn't, I didn't. Oh, I do remember Karen had said that, okay, I take that back now. I remember Karen had said that she and Clint had gone to Zach's house and asked him about, where he was and if he had Holly in custody, and wanted to go search the house. And he said, I think she said that he said no, that had nothing to do with Holly, and you can't come in my house, but I'm telling you, I don't know anything about Holly. And both Terry Dykes and I had asked her not to do that because it could be very dangerous. Because you might be dealing with the person that did the crime, and that person may not want you to, you know, to be alive.
Okay, so you went and you talked to Dylan Adams
Yes.
in December of 2011.
Yes.
And there was the incident that you just spoke about involving Karen Adams.
Yes, you said that, do I remember them? I also I do remember there was information from Karen. And she had said that somebody had told her about these guys, you need to talk to these drug guys. They're always into something, stealing something, doing things, and I bet you they're involved somehow.
But other than that, they weren't on your radar.
No, other than that, you know.
Judge, may I approach the witness? Can I hand something to the witness? Oh, I have one for the judge, too. Thank you. One for the judge. Mr. Viveros, could you take a look at that document and tell me if you're familiar with it?
Okay.
So we got an IR on the front of it. It's IR 1926, right?
Yes,
Okay. And attached to that is an FBI document.
okay.
Now, what type of FBI document is this?
This is an FD 302.
What does that mean?
That's a federal document number, and we do all the interviews. With pertinent information, we put on a FD 302.
Okay, so when was this interview done on this form?
December 8th, 2011.
Okay. And do you want to take a minute to read over it,
Yes.
to refresh your recollection?
While he's doing that, is there gonna be any objection to this meeting?
None.
We'll move it into evidence exhibit 86.
Okay.
Okay. So in December of 2011, you had the opportunity to interview an individual by name of Carl Statler. Is that right?
Apparently, I'd forgotten about it.
Okay. Can you tell the court about what you gleaned and learned from that interview?
Well, that Zach Adams, he believes that Zach Adams was involved in the abduction of Holly Bobo.
Okay. Did he tell you that Zach Adams had made specific statements about Holly?
Yes.
Okay. Could you tell the court about that?
Yeah, Adams said he blurted out, I let Shane Austin hit it. Adams did not explain what he meant by that.
Did he also tell you about a conversation that happened at a bar with a Misty Tubbs?
I'm just trying to find it here. Oh, right here. Misty Tubbs. Stadler was interviewed by the TBI by telephone. He told the agent, whose name may be Terry, about Adams' remark to Misty Tubbs. He thinks he forgot to mention to the agent about Adams' remark as they rode in his truck, and about Adams being messed up for weeks after Bobo's abduction. Is that what you're talking about?
No, but that's also a point I wanted to get to. On the
Okay.
first page,
Okay.
in paragraph 4, does he tell you about a comment that Zach Adams made at Johnny's bar?
Oh, Adams shouted at her, you'll end up like Holly Bobo, like Holly Bobo bitch.
Okay. Judge, I'd like to have that entered as the next number exhibit.
I think I've entered it.
Okay.
No objection.
Here's the next.
But I had spoken to a lot of people, and I'd forgotten I'd spoken to him, but yeah, now that I obviously, yeah, I did that, sure.
I'd like to pass this up to the witness. Wait for the judge.
Witness is being handed the documents marked for identification, exhibit A7.
One for the judge.
By the way, exhibit 86 was IR 1926. This is for identification, exhibit 87, IR 1927.
Mr. Viveros, did you have occasion to, based on this document, interview Victor Densmore?
Yes, Brent Booth and I went to his house and interviewed Victor Densmore.
Okay. And this was in November of 2011? Is that right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you want to, and the IR has attached to it another FBI document which memorializes that interview, right?
Say that again?
Which sets out the interview and what
Yes.
you learned?
Yeah, November 22nd in Holiday, Tennessee.
I would like to draw your attention to the 6th paragraph, the last sentence on the first page. Densmore did personally hear. Could you read
Here's
that
Zach-
for the court?
Tell his girlfriend, Rebecca, last name unknown, over the telephone that he was going to put her in the ground like Holly Bobo. This occurred not long ago when Adams was at Densmore's home visiting. Zach Adams is presently being held in Decatur County Sheriff's Department jail on drug charges.
Okay. So, based on at least those two IRs, Mr. Zach Adams had come up during your investigation
Yes.
into this matter.
Yes.
And we're talking about year 1 here,
Yes.
2011.
Yes.
Okay. And I would like to have that.
Objections, Mr.
Mark,
No,
what's
Your
next
Honor.
number, sir?
It's exhibit A7.
But like I said, he had come up later in the investigation before I retired. But I was always, it was always my belief that there was Terry Britt was the most logical suspect by far. And I was starting to hear about these guys, like you just said there, later on in the investigation. So, yeah, they came up, but it sounded like somebody mouthing off I was on drugs.
But you
and
didn't
just
follow
mouthing
up
off.
on these statements?
What's that?
You didn't follow up on these statements?
No, because it was up to Terry Dicus. I wasn't the lead investigation, so it was up to Terry. But Terry
So
did ask me.
So it was Terry's job to clear them, not yours?
Well, yes, because they're the lead investigators. But Terry did ask me to go talk to Dylan, and I did. And you saw that 302. So there was a follow-up. But I'm not going to go out and talk to Zach or the other ones without Terry Dicus telling me, asking me, because he's the lead investigator. We're there to help him.
Do you recall sharing these two, information that you learned from these two interviews with Terry Dicus?
Do I recall what they said?
Do you recall telling Terry Dicus what you learned from these
Yes,
two interviews?
uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and it was entered into the case file, is
Yes,
that right?
oh, absolutely. Of course, Brent Booth was there too, and basically Terry Dykes and Brent Booth were, working together on this case. So it's like, if Brent Booth is there, he's going to tell Terry, and I remember telling Terry about this, and I said, no, he's got a record, this guy Victor Dinsmore, and and I just said, well, it could be true. I don't know.
There was no physical evidence that was found during the search of Terry Britt's house that
Well, we found that there was hair that was found to be microscopically matched with her hair.
But isn't it true, and you testified at trial about this, that was also tested for her DNA, right?
I think the state did that.
Yep. And it came back, it wasn't her DNA?
See, I don't even know. I don't know.
Okay.
I
Because your knowledge ends at a certain point in this case.
see it again.
Because your knowledge ends at a certain point in this
yes,
case.
yes.
Did you have a chance to watch the trial after you testified?
Yes,
Okay.
it's on YouTube. I made lots of notes.
No further questions, Judge.